Hey, welcome back to my channel. One of the big, which bigger than me means very little, but bigger, YouTube channels just did a thing on the Beretta 84. Like, apparently nobody was aware this gun was out there. I think there's a pretty decent following for it. But anyway, this isn't really about the Beretta 84 variant he talked about. It's about the Beretta 84 variant that is, I think, a better variant that isn't as common, and it should be. It should be more known than the regular Beretta. All right, this is my Beretta 84. Red tag means I've actually had this longer than my FFL, so we're talking 30 years. This is an 84B. So an 84B has safe and fire, magazine disconnect, but no decocker, okay? Have to put the magazine in it, squeeze the trigger to lower the hammer, and then you put it on half cock and you can set the safety on and carry it that way, all right? Good gun. Matter of fact, I carried this for many, many years. As you could see, the emblem's missing from the grip. Also, this originally had smooth grips, but I put both emblems fell off the smooth grips, so I ordered a new set of factory grips, and since I carried it enough, I wore the emblem off of this one. Good gun. You get lots of videos on it. That's not what this is about. What this is about is this variant. Beretta 84 Browning BDA. And you're like, well, there's a lot of different Browning BDAs, and that's why I think this one isn't as well known. These were made at close to the same time, all right? Browning BDA, they call this the BDA 380. There's a BDA 9mm and a BDA 45, which is based on a SIG design. Now, I'll put this off to the side because we're pretty much done with this. Let's look at this gun. This gun has some of the same features as the Beretta. First of all, it's double single. It has a magazine disconnect just like the Beretta. All right. But why is this one, the sights are almost identical. Why do I like this one better? This one has a decocking lever like a Beretta 92 FS did back in the time period, which was at the time one of my favorite guns. So to decock this one, you push that down. So let me cock it. Works just like a 92. Push it up. If there was a magazine in it, then you have your double action. And you're like, well, how do you know that's a Beretta? It's marketed as a Browning. And this is where we're going to try to zoom in here. Take into account, I carried this today, so I'm going to flip it around this side. And we're going to zoom in where my finger is. It says Fabrique Nationale. All right, and if you look at the grips, they say FN. Browning was in business with FN for years. Now I'm going to flip it around this way, and this is the dead giveaway that it's actually a Beretta. Above my finger is the PB in a circle for Pietro Beretta, showing this gun was actually made by Beretta in the same place that these were made, and just marketed in the United States through FN and Browning. And what's really nice about this, since I happen to have one of these too, they use the same magazine. Turn the safety off. So, we'll get some pictures on the range. They shoot very similar. But in my opinion, if you're buying this era Beretta, whether you're a collector or a shooter or whatever, I'm a little bit of both. These are good. These are better. One of the reasons I think that this never became popular, besides the name and nobody understanding the naming and all that stuff, is that the Beretta, the later versions of the 84, came out with a decocker. That was, you push this down, the safety down, but they still had it slide mounted. It wasn't, and they still had it frame mounted. It wasn't slide mounted like a 92. So if you have a 92 9mm, and you're carrying a 380 as an off-duty weapon or a backup, or your wife's carrying or whatever, it would be nice to have the same controls as your 92. The only difference really is there's a magazine disconnect on this and the 92 does not. All right, unknown Beretta. I'll see you on the range. Hey, we're going to do the live fire part of the Browning video. Real quickly, I have 2 factory magazines and 1 Mekar. I'm going to walk you in here and hopefully you'll be able to see the difference. So obviously the factories have the holes in the back. What we're going to do is I'm going to run through the functions of the BDA, and then I'll fire some rounds, and then I'm going to fire, then we're going to pause, I'm going to go get the other Beretta 84, and we're going to switch to show you magazine interchangeability. But basically, loaded 13 rounds. Well, first, gun's empty, no magazine, no workie. Insert the magazine, rack it. I'm going to decock it. I'll move my hand out of the way. Decocked, ready to fire. Ears in place. First shot should be double action, and every single action thereafter. Put the safety on. Nothing. Safety back off. Alright, we're back. I got the Beretta 84. The magazine I used in the BDA, the first part of this was the Mekar magazine. So, the Beretta 84 has the same thing. Magazine disconnect. Only to lower the hammer, I have to do this. I don't have a decock. I can put the safety on, the gun won't fire. So we're not, this really isn't about the Beretta. What it is about, now take it, there's a live round in here, so I'm going to set this down, is I can take the magazine out of the Beretta, stick it in the Browning, there you have it. Browning BDA 380. The better unknown version of the Beretta 84. Thanks for coming to my channel.